Hi! In this video I will talk about the primary dominant versus the secondary dominant. So let's start with the primary dominant. Let's take, for example, the key of C major. So it's a C major, right? So the tonic is C, scale degree number 1 is C, and the chord is a C major triad chord. Now, the primary dominant of the key of C major is basically you just need to go up a perfect fifth from the root. So the root is C. So I'm going up a perfect fifth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the note G, and play a dominant 7 chord, meaning G dominant 7. And this is the primary dominant in the key of C major, and it resolves nicely to the tonic to scale degree number 1. Again, G7, and resolves nicely to the tonic. Now, take a look that all the notes of the primary dominant are diatonic to the key of C major. G7, all the notes of G7 are diatonic within the key of C major. Right? Now, the secondary dominant is basically all the dominants that resolves not to scale degree 1, not to the tonic. It's all the dominants that resolve to scale degree number 2 to D minor, 1, 2, right? This is scale degree number 2. It's the dominant that resolves to scale degree number 3, 1, 2, 3 to E minor, to F scale degree number 4, to the dominant to scale degree number 5, and to the 6 to A minor. So it's all the dominants that resolve not to the tonic. Now, how to find the secondary dominant? It's very easy. Let's start, for example, let's take the secondary dominant of scale degree number 2, the secondary dominant of D minor. So 1, 2 is D, so it's D minor. Now, the secondary dominant of D minor, you just need to go up by a perfect fifth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the note A, and play A dominant 7 chord, and resolve it to scale degree number 2, to D minor. A7, secondary dominant of 2, and it resolves nicely to 2, to D minor. Now, take a look that the secondary dominant has at least one chromatic note. For example, the A7, you have the note C sharp. C sharp is a chromatic note. It's not a diatonic note to the key of C major. So A7 has one chromatic note. The secondary dominant of 2 has one chromatic note. Now, secondary dominant of 3 has 2 chromatic notes. So scale degree number 3 would be 1, 2, 3 E minor. Now we need to find the secondary dominant of E minor. We need to go up by a perfect fifth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the note B, and play B dominant 7, and it resolves nicely to E minor, to scale degree number 3. And take a look, B7 has 2 chromatic notes, the D sharp and the F sharp. B7, secondary dominant of 3, resolves nicely to 3. Secondary dominant of 4 would be C7, and resolves nicely to 4. And secondary dominant of 6 would be E7, that resolves nicely to A minor, to the 6. And secondary dominant of 5 would be D7, that resolves to the primary dominant to G7, and the primary dominant, of course, it's unstable also, and it wants to resolve to the tonic to C. Again, D7, secondary dominant of 5, that resolves to the primary dominant and to the tonic.